Well, I want to help you with something today. So many people are coming out of fraternities, sororities, Freemasonry, just all kinds of secret societies, the Boule. The truth of these things are coming out. And of course, we know it's because Jesus' return is so close. It is so close. And he's getting his church ready. So any affiliation, any pledge, any covenant with false gods, false god worshipers, whatever the case, God is breaking those, revealing the truth so you can see it. This is God. It's 100% God doing this. And that's why there's such a buzz. I've been trying to preach this stuff since the early 2000s, actually the late 90s, really, about coming out of these agreements and oaths and all of these things and what it all entails, what all goes on behind the scenes. And so it's warming my heart and making my heart glad to see so many people. I've got so many inboxes and DMs and emails from people who are denouncing after 15, 20, 30 years, coming out of all of these things, renouncing those works of darkness so that they can come into the light. So it is a blessing to see, and I'm thankful to God for it. However, I want to let you know something, and this is just coming from my heart. You got to be real careful with social media. You got to be careful with the internet. You got to be careful with what you put on the internet, what you say on the internet. Nothing wrong with sharing your, testimony and that kind of thing, sharing it locally, sharing it with your family, sharing it with friends, those kinds of things. But you got to remember that the internet is the World Wide Web. And so you want to make sure you fortify yourself and make sure you fortify your heart and make sure that you have, taken the time with patience to really gather yourself when you come out of these kinds of things before you take to social media and try to start a ministry about it. Everyone is not called to do that. God has specific ones that he has called to do it, and there are specific ones that are ready and have the grace from God to do it. Everyone's not ready for that. So remember who you're talking to. A lot of times we like to think we're talking to the church when we're talking about church, or we like to think we're talking to our family when we're talking about our family. This is the World Wide Web. And I have documented evidence from witches, warlocks, and high-ranking priests and priestesses of this digital realm, people who have done blood sacrifices, blood covenants, all kinds of things to gain power in the digital realm. And they are actively working, looking for doors and doorways and all kinds of ways to get into people that come on there with zeal and excitement and all of that. But you just may not have the grace. You may not have the protection to do that. Now, listen, my disclaimer, we ain't afraid of the devil, and we have power over the devil. But there can be doorways, there can be things in your life, there can be things attached to you, there can be things that these warlocks and witches and conjurers can actually find out about you and begin to use that against you as you try to go forward. So it's good to take the time to get fortified in the word, take the time of sanctification, take the time for fasting, cleansing, really gaining knowledge of the word. You don't want to be a novice in this digital realm. It is just too dangerous. They are really challenging people, especially women. They target your womb, they target your reproductive area, they target, all of those things to corrupt it. They have digital ways of corrupting your body and causing growths and masses and just different things to appear in your body just because you are so open to the digital realm. And you just got to be careful. It's just, we're so excited, I guess, or people are so excited about being able to get on the internet and just become an instant minister, become an instant leader, become an instant pastor, become an instant whatever the case, just because people begin to follow and listen. But nobody is really counting the cost. Man, what is this digital realm? What is this? This isn't, what we think it is. So I'm just warning you, be very careful as as you approach these things, because the enemy has ways through this digital realm to attack you, to torment you, to cause all kinds of problems in your life and in your body. So you want to make sure that you are following God. You are ready when it's time. And, you know that God has called you to do the things that you are doing.